This thing working? Okay, there it is. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. There we go. That's not ideal, but I think the audio is working. So I think maybe is this working? Okay. Anyway, uh, we haven't been able to stream art since Monday. Not ideal. Um, I did do a little off stream, but that was on my tablet, and you know, nothing's coming of it. I do need to. Um, I don't know if I talked about this, but I solved my what is it called? My storage space problem. Apparently, each time I draw a line, it saves the whole image, not just like that line to do the what are they called? To do the time lapses. So I had like over a terabyte of stuff. I need to figure out how to do that better on my other tablet. I'm not even really doing those, to be honest. I really should. Anyway, the plan for today is this image I found from. I'm gonna go with Yumo 080. I don't know. I'm sorry. But this is apparently their work in progress. It's a very cool pose. I'm hoping it'll be good practice for both perspective and poses. The thing is, perspective wise, it's not 100% making sense, but it is stylized, so I think we can live with it. Um, it doesn't fit the page here properly. I'll just put this here for now. Um, so it doesn't fit quite right. Well, it fits fine, right? But the top of the head's off, right? The bottom half is cut off, and that's fine. But like top of the head wise, I've never really done something like that. So I'm gonna have to wing it. I don't know. I feel like I always try and fit everything in the page. I don't purposefully cut things off. It's like I would need to draw the whole thing actually before like cutting it off, if that makes sense. I don't know. We're gonna see how it goes. I should have turned my fan on. We'll deal with that later. If you're wondering, I sharpened this. I sharpened a bunch of my knives the other day. Well, last night basically. If you're wondering why this one's up here, I was just making sure. I was cutting some cardboard. Make sure I get clean cuts. Anyway, let's go and get a sketch down. I'm kind of like doing different things with my sketches now. I'm trying to like find something that works for me because I feel like sometimes I spend like a lot of time on a sketch. And I'm wondering if maybe the play for me, I don't know if this is right for other people, but for me would be to just like send it, if that makes sense. So, you know, if I spend the time to make the sketch look good, it's going to make it easier on like a second pass or something. But like if I don't and just get it down, it's going to make it faster and then I could start working on refining things quicker. I don't know. It's like a weird thing where I have to figure out what's going to work better for me in the long run. Cuz like I feel like a speed sketch to get the general shape makes more sense than spending a whole lot of time. Maybe I should flip the canvas. Hold on. Would that be better? And then I can just... Is this... No. Which one is rotate? Isn't there like a way to rotate? View, I guess. Am I stupid? Wait, hold on. What was was there a hotkey for that? Control. Is that control plus? There we go. Okay. That doesn't look right to me. What? Am I tripping or is it like slightly off to the right? Why does that say 90? Bro, what am I cooking? I guess that's right. Okay. Yeah, it's a big ass head. All right. Look at the top of that head. Okay. Is that washing machine noise picking up? Feel like I don't know how to draw this. Which is part of the reason I did pick this, but also like I don't know, I kind of thought I'd be able to like come closer than I am. Is that too dark? I don't know, I feel like it's both too dark and too bright in here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just straight too dark. When did I switch to brown? Am I crazy? Alright, fuck it. Let's just start this whole thing over. Okay. Let's turn this back on. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm losing it right now. Hold on. You know what? What am I doing? Why was that so fucking loud? Alright. Same canvas. We're gonna leave it like this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's good enough. Add a layer. I don't know. I feel like that was okay, but it just wasn't it for me. I don't know how to describe it, but that just needed to not be happening. All right, let's do it. See, this feels too big scale-wise. I don't know how to explain that, but like, I don't think it is. I think it's too small. What if where do I start? What am I doing, man? Why does this feel so just like wrong? I think it's because I'm trying to match this. You know what? Let's stop trying to match it. Let's just start down here. I think that was our problem from the start. I just gotta actually do this. You know what? By the way, let's fucking clear that, please. I do not even like the look of that color. I don't know what I was using that for, apparently, but I guess I was, and I don't like it. Bro, why does this not look right? What am I doing? I feel like this part is totally within the realm of like my abilities, but I don't know. I guess because I haven't had as much practice the past few days, I'm just like out of it. Here we go. Interesting. It looks like they did for the eyeball like skin color for the whites. I mean, this is a work in progress from them. So maybe there's another step, but I don't know. It could be style. Style points. I like it. It's interesting. It works. I wasn't saying anything otherwise. You know what I mean? Okay, so they've got ear here. You know, it's interesting. This isn't the first time. I mean, you know, I mean, this person didn't invent this pose, but this is like the first time um I'm seeing it, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can draw some of that. You know, maybe. Probably not. Might try and turn this into someone else. We'll see. We'll see what we can cook up here. Bro, what the fuck is that? All right, let's just move on from this for a second. Hold on. Oh, what? What am I doing? Hold on. I want to move on from this, but I just like I think it's too long. I think that's my problem. The face is too long. I need to like shorten it somehow. That sort of works, but also not really. Okay. Not really liking the way this is looking so far. I get that this is supposed to be a sketch and I'm trying to get something down so like I can just start refining it, but Jesus, bro. I feel like I've lost it. It's so weird to have thought maybe I could do something here to suddenly just like be completely unable. I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm not that guy right now. Dude, what is this? Where's my phone going off? It's not even telling me that. What is who? I don't give a shit about a fan. Don't be don't be coming at me with that shit. Montech fan my ass, man. I think my biggest problem I'm having right now is proportion. I feel like our proportions are just not it. It's killing me here. Really killing me. Okay, here's what I think needs to happen. We need to delete that. Let's go ahead and grab that. Move this over just a smidgen. Okay. Select Odico, delete Odico. Nope. Nope. Okay. Head is way too flat. Okay. We need to cut this out. How do I change this? How do I fix this? I don't think I can right now. I think we need to completely undo all of the head. No. I'm losing it, dude. I am fucking losing it. It's so weird that I just genuinely feel like I could do this, but like I just can't. I don't know how to put it. It's like it's not as if I haven't been drawing. You know what I mean? I just haven't been drawing on stream. Maybe it's a different pen and like the different angle, because when I'm on my tablet, I can like angle it up towards me. Maybe that's it. Like because we're what 4 days out from this, this feels super foreign. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just send it. Let's send it. I don't know what I'm cooking up here, but I'm sending it. Feels like I'm trying too hard to like get something going here. This is just a fucking sketch right now to get the idea. So we're just gonna fucking send it, and then we'll re-edit it with like we'll do a sketch revision, and we'll just pray that we get it then, if we don't get something now. All right, so this should all, I think, technically be like hair here. Whether or not it really is, I don't fucking know. But that's what I'm making it. Okay. We'll have to do something about that later, but right now, I ain't doing it. Interesting. Okay. So the back of the head is ridiculous. Alright. So, that is not right. Let's move this ear back, shall we? Move this ear. Maybe that'll help us a little bit as well. Little earo dicko, if you will. Alright, so this ain't looking too spicy here. I know we just sent it here, but let's see if we can now, like, you know, now that we've absolutely devastated ourselves. So they kind of go up from like here, huh? Interesting. What am I looking at? You know, when I first looked at this, I just saw that it said WIP, which meant work in progress, and I liked the pose. So I was like, okay, well, I'll, take what I can from this, and it'll be a good opportunity to maybe like clean my own stuff up and give me a chance to like work on my own things while having like an idea. I'm looking at a bunch of this, and like a lot of these little hair parts and like this whatever the black is supposed to be. I thought it was like mostly a dress, but I think maybe it's like partially tattooed. But like a lot of the hair, there's a couple of, I guess, dress parts kind of just aren't attached to anything. Oh, well, I guess. All I can think, it's weird though that they like traced it out, but all I can think is they did what I just did and like moved something and didn't redraw the path lines. I don't know, man. It's weird. Whatever. Let's keep her going. Anyway, let's try and clean this up a little bit. Just a little bit. It's gotta hurt her neck, right? Right? Jesus. Poor woman. I feel like I just maybe didn't make the canvas large enough. I don't know. It's weird because I feel like the canvas is large enough, but like, because I'm gonna have to shrink this a couple of times, I believe. But I don't know. I just don't feel like it's right. But if I make the canvas too big, it's just not gonna like work either. Like it's gonna have its own problem. I guess I'm gonna shrink this for now. I and I guess we'll deal with I mean, the consequences of not shrinking of it are greater than of shrinking it. Let me put it that way. Right? Because I just cannot get this formation here very good. I mean, I do suck, so there's that, but you know, I don't know, this feels worse. This is only supposed to be the sketch. I don't know why I'm going so fucking hard on it. Yeah, I think maybe what they did was they drew the head. They probably drew it this way, if that makes sense. And then they tilted it so that it was that way. I think that's what's going on with like a lot of these like random cuts in the area. Interesting play. That's kind of what I've always assumed a lot of artists do, actually. Not simply that, but I think a lot of them actually have like pre-done things. Man, I hate that I have to zoom all the way out to get this. But I think they have like pre-done up things that they just fucking like change a couple of things on. Like the ones who release fan art of like the same like handful of VTubers every so often, every day more or less. Like a new image every day. I think they just have templates that they like copy paste things onto and like change a couple of things. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying it's like a different way of doing things that I'm not really doing. And there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. But that's why sometimes stuff looks so familiar. Why a certain person's style might seem like extremely prevalent because it's their style and they just like keep producing the exact same image effectively. Just, you know, here's orange hair character, here's orange hair character with dog ear, you know, here's cat ear, black hair character. Like it's all the same exact pose. They just like change a couple of things, which they're again, they're fine to do. I'm not saying anything one way or the other. But I imagine that is a lot easier than how the fuck I'm doing it, which is barely. Think maybe, what do we think? Shrink? Maybe shrink the head a bit. And then, like, bring it over. Am I cooking or what? It's definitely what. It's definitely what. This is not a I'm cooking situation. I gotta be honest with you know, myself here. We're not cooking. Cooking, we are not. I feel like I'm not getting the proportions right. I mean, I usually don't, but like especially this time. It's almost like I'm not very good at this, and you've been warned. All right, that head is way too fucking slim, right? Or am I tripping? Somehow the head feels too big and too small at the same time. This is what happens when you give me a fucking pencil, dude, or a pen, I guess. I'm just not here. I'm not that guy, pal. Fuck is that, dude? Somebody fix that. Somebody take this fucking thing away from me, please. Like, get me out of here. Man, how do they get like I know the theory is do ribbons, but how do they actually get that to work? Cuz I can't seem to get it to work. So like that, maybe like I don't know, like that. I don't know. I feel like it feels weird that it just kind of disappears, but wouldn't it behind the ear here? You know? I'm gonna just make up my own hair for a second because I don't feel like this is working. Let's get that going. Yeah, that ain't right. That's really not right. I do feel like a big part of my problem is this neck. You know, I'm trying to copy, I guess. Like the reference I'm using probably isn't great for this. It's a work in progress. So, what I'm pulling out here also probably isn't ideal. It's probably a lot worse, really. Like, how do I make this make sense? I feel like we can't. I feel like this is both too small and too long on it. What am I doing? What am I cooking? I'm not cooking. No cooking detected. There are no chefs in this kitchen. Look, all I'm saying is this woman has no traps, according to the original person we're stealing from. Uh, and I don't think I've ever seen a human being with literally a pencil neck. So I don't know. I guess that's why it feels so weird to me. I know it's like stylized, right? That it's anime, but it feels so weird to just not give someone a body part, you know? Like, this bitch supposed to not be able to move her head properly? I'm just like picturing her head's this direction because it's limp because she has no fucking neck muscles. Bro, no. Oh God. Why she look like a horse now? We're gonna have to do something about this hair. This hair just is not right, but I don't know, man. It's maybe the best we're gonna be able to do out of this. Poor woman's back, dude. Is she okay? I don't feel like she's okay. Doesn't seem wide enough. She seems too squared up. Okay. I don't like the whole, I guess, blotchiness over there. I think what I'm gonna do instead is just try and make this match. So maybe that. And then, poor woman. She's got the scoliosis. I'm sorry. Sorry we've done this to you. I think the proportions just don't make sense to me. I think that's like a big problem with it. So therefore I'm having trouble. Okay? Man. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. First off, let's rename this to Sketch. And then we'll call this Sketch Rev for now, because it's our only revision. We'll have to rename it if we want to do another one. But let's go ahead and make this like 50% visible. Did that even fucking work? Okay. Sure, whatever. All right, so let's take a step back. It's actually almost not visible enough. Hold on. All right, for a second here, let's leave it at 100%. Let's take a step back. Uh, I think my problem is I really like to see the entire thing I'm looking at, like while I'm working on it, and that really messes with my proportions. Not that they were ever very good, but it really messes with them when I can't. So it's like this is huge, that's small, right? That's small. The hair's all over the place because I can't see where it's, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's all on me, but whatever. Drinking water. Uh, by the way, the reason we haven't been streaming mornings is plumbing problems. Hopefully they're done today. That yesterday they were supposed to be done. Today they were here for like 2 hours. They were here for like 2 hours yesterday as well. Um, so hopefully they're done. But anyway, yeah, my whole issue is I feel like I need to see it, see the whole thing till I get a perspective here. All right, so looking at this, I don't know. I feel like I'm not. It's too small right now, and this isn't. You know what I mean? All right. So I need better shape here. I don't know, maybe like a thicker arm here. And then like thicker here. That doesn't feel right though. I feel like none of this feels right to me. Yeah, maybe I just bit off more than I can chew. Could be. Could be the case. Wouldn't be surprised. All right, it's interesting. I feel like roughly here is okay right now. It's not good, but it's okay. Um, I feel like here is just really off. I feel like the head is like, like here is kind of fine, and this kind of matches that, but the hair, I just don't really know what to do for it right now. I feel like this hair isn't gonna work for me, the original artist's hair, because it's their work in progress, and there's like a bunch of random cuts and like blotches from where I assume they were in the process of editing things, right? It's what you would expect for something there, right? I wouldn't expect someone to do anything with this. Um. Anyway, it's just like a bunch of random shit, and I don't know if I can like make that work because I'm just not there with hair. Like, okay, I got like some points going, but it's like not detailed enough while being kind of too messy, you know? Like I just don't have a shape down. Um, so I might have to like maybe find a different hairline to pull off. Let's go with the revision strat for now. We'll maybe try and like close things in, work on it. Okay. All right. So maybe I feel like this is pretty fine. I actually almost like these lashes here. They're not too terrible. Maybe bring in the nose a little bit, like rein that thing in. And then come out for the lip. Come back in. Come in. Oh, geez. This is why I'm not a huge fan of this strat. I don't like, I'm a huge fan of this strat, but I'm not a huge fan of this. It's very hard to look at sometimes. I have 50% opacity on the layer below, and it's still just like not working for me. Like, can I please break off a piece of that ass? Come on. Let's do that instead. Did I even? I didn't. Interesting. You know, what I could do is just get the line and copy paste it for something like this. It's not terrible. It's what I should be doing, pressing harder. That way we get darker lines. I didn't really want to because sometimes, you know, my dumbass gets a little confused on the LART. But we just got to do what we got to do to try and, like, make this work. Come on, dude. All right. I usually avoid doing this because sometimes it messes with the view. Let's go full screen. All right, how bad is that for stream? Yep. I knew it was going to do that. So now you have black boxes on the side. I don't know why it's like so inconsistent. There's like something, I think it's like this monitor. If I have something full screen on this, for some reason it just won't capture it correctly. It doesn't make any sense to me, right? Like, the other way around should be true. This should have black bars, and that should be correct. All right. Jesus. Okay. Um, we can't win around here. We just can't fucking win. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is change for the future, change it so that I should be able to do this so that I can just be full screen on this. Um, I think that'll be a better viewing experience. The problem is I think the screen's gonna get smaller for some reason. And I'm just gonna have to remember to do it. I don't know how else to explain that. Man, I don't like that. I don't know. I don't like what I'm doing there. Okay. Okay. I don't know why, but I feel like that's a necessary thing. I don't know how to explain it. Hmm. Okay. So let's maybe move this back just a smidge. Okay. It's interesting. I feel like this is not right here, but like also I don't think I can make this right. I don't know how to explain it. It's like too big and too small at the same time, and I don't think there's any way I can like account for that. Look at the schnoz on this lady. Oh my god. Looks like a fucking One Piece character. I don't know, am I crazy? Maybe it was fine. Didn't feel fun. Jesus Christ, this is getting so much worse. Every single fucking line I make is so much worse. Is the eye too big? Is that it? I think the head's too small again. Let's move that in and maybe shrink it just a smidge. I think that's the problem. I think the head's too small. Way too small. Okay. You know what? Let's just let it go off the screen here. Goofy ass looking. Oh, brother. This guy stinks. Oh, we somehow have that also selected. Fucking ear shape was the only thing I kind of did alright on. And it's just not fucking great. Yet. Bro, what am I cooking up here, dude? Look at that chin. How am I gonna do this nose? Or this eye? You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna pull that off. I don't know. I'm not gonna pull that off. It's not gonna look good. What am I saying? I don't know if I'm going to. Of course I'm not going to. Fuck am I talking about? What if we do something a little different here? Wait. I have an idea. Hold on. Oh, but this is gonna like... This is gonna fuck up the back a bit, because now it's just gonna be like plain back here, and I don't really know how to do this. Why do I do this to myself? What if we do one of these, though? Do you know what I mean? I don't know what the name for this is, but it's like the front of it is the straps. So it's like hold on. Can I draw this? How do I let me draw it up here. So it should be like and then like that basically. You know what I mean? I don't know how the fuck to draw it. I don't know what I'm drawing. But I think this is a type of dress. I don't know. I've never bought a dress before. I think it needs to be wider than this, though. Looks wildly uncomfortable. I feel like it would feel like you're getting choked. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and maybe bring these up so that they make maybe a little more sense. Bro, I don't know what I'm doing. I shouldn't have started this. Who told me to do this? Okay. All right. Gonna have to figure something out for this. First things first, we gotta like bring that in somehow. Maybe like that. And then something like That maybe? Where? What am I doing? Where's bro's hair coming from right now? 'Cause it doesn't feel like it's actually coming from anywhere. I think that's what's really confusing me on this. I don't know, man. This doesn't feel right to me. I feel like the head feels oddly shaped. I don't know how to put it. It's like the head is both too big and too small at the same time. This bitch don't have a nostril. Man. I really should just only draw men with like a buzz cut or something. Call it a day. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? Am I a fucking idiot? I mean, we know the answer is yeah, but like, am I a fucking idiot? What if I just draw hair all over the neck? We don't deal with the neck. We ignore the fact that this bitch got a neck. Thoughts? I think maybe the hair's got to be even bigger. Is that, will that help, do we think? I don't feel like it will. Let's take a step back. All right. So this is our first like re-sketch. I feel like this is okay alone, but with this it looks either too big or this looks too small. But we're like in a position where I don't know that I can make this any bigger or that any smaller. I feel like the shoulders are actually like, I mean, obviously this isn't perfect or anything, but like this area is kind of okay. But then like the back part, and then like, what the fuck is going on here, man? I don't know what to do. Ugh, damn it, man. I'm thinking maybe we shrink the eye. What do we do for the body, though? I guess we just gotta commit to the stylization of the body. Like, it doesn't really make sense, right? Humans don't really got that unless they're like really pushing their like spine forward and like leaning back, right? There's not that much curvature to your spine, hopefully. If you've got that, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with my tracking, but you know what I mean? Um, if people don't really do that, so it's like hard for me to picture and like do. But if we just ignore the physics behind it, I guess it's fine, right? So let's, I guess, squeeze her spine. Ugh, that makes no sense, but it's fine. Uh, I feel like it's still not really even good though. Okay. It's weird. I feel like here is messed up and this is fine, but I don't know how to fix this without messing that up. I also just don't know how to fix it, to be fair. Maybe just a wider arm. Maybe, hold on, maybe that's it. Maybe just a wider arm will help us. Maybe here too needs to get cooked up. Feel sorry for this woman. Sorry for what society has done to her. It's me, I'm society. I'm God, I fucked her up. I could have made her anything, but I made her spineless. I think it's too thin. I feel like that's my problem here. Let's give her a good meal and maybe she'll turn out better. What do women like to eat? I've never talked to one before. They don't like me. The fuck is this? How about no? Wait, what is it? This looks, I guess it's a marker. Is that what that's supposed to be? Looks like I hate it. This is the type of bitch to eat 3 grapes, a cracker, and a piece of cheese and call it lunch. Like, there's no way she's okay. She's gonna pass out. Like, would it kill you to eat a burger? Yes? Well, shit, my bad. Type of woman to not eat anything all day so she can have 6 martinis. That way it hits harder and she doesn't, you know, she doesn't want the one margarita she has to be, you know, calories over because that thing's got like 6,000 calories in it. I think maybe the lines on the back are a huge issue for us right now. Dude, I'm gonna have to delete my entire fucking hard drive to fit how many fucking edits we've got on this one. I think a big problem I'm having here is the back, but like, you know, the whole thing sucks. You know, oh, I just thought of something. Um, Part of the reason I think I'm having a lot of trouble is because I'm trying to get a 3D effect at a stage where that's just not really even possible, is it? So, like, of course it's gonna look super flat right now because I need the color to help change that. Right? Like, I need shading. Yeah. I think that's a big issue here. It's really difficult to get the body shape without the fucking shades right. And I can't get the shading in unless I have some body shape. So, like, the only way you'd be able to really do this is if you're actually skilled, and that ain't me. Fuck. Alright. So, I have a general shape here. So, normally, Jesus Christ. I feel like the body's too big now. Normally, what I would probably do is do like a line art phase and then like go to color. I don't know if we do that here. I don't know. What do we think? Let's just do a little test here. Let's call it test so that we know. So, if I do a line art, what's going to happen is I'm going to get cleaner lines like around here. And it's not necessarily going to look terrible, but it's going to look really, really flat. And then what I'm going to have to do is come in and hit it with like, we're just going to pick like some random ass, hopefully random ass shade here. So then we're going to come in and we're going to fill it in, right? And then we're going to have the lines to work around. But like the problem is going to be we're going to be like locked into that 2D look of line art. That maybe we wouldn't get if we just like sent it. But then the problem with sending it is we're not going to have the guidelines of the line art. Like we have a sketch down, but I'm just like not really that guy, you know what I mean? I think I might just have to do line art. The problem with doing a line art layer is you end up really committing to it, right? And that commitment might be to the wrong thing. Whereas if I just kind of sent it off of what we had, there's a good chance I'd be able to like wing it into something better. But if I do line art, we're gonna like be stuck in the line art, because if I go and do like a bunch of things, then the line art, what the fuck is going on? The line art is gonna end up kinda, why does this just not look right? The line art is gonna guide everything we do. And if what we do isn't right from the jump, then what we do isn't gonna be right ever. We're also, like I said, gonna be like stuck in the line. I mean, that helps usually because then I like know where I want things, but I guess I just don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Right. The fuck am I doing? I don't like that I'm committing to this hair. I'm not like a huge fan of this hair, but I don't know that I have a choice right now because I'm just like not the hair guy, you know? What the fuck am I doing? What? Did that just not work? Am I tripping? I'm gonna freak the fuck out. I think what's gonna end up happening is I'm gonna like probably finish the line art today, and then I don't know if I'm gonna have time for anything else, and I'm just gonna come back hopefully tomorrow, and I am just gonna be so unhappy with it that we might just not continue this. I don't know what else I'm gonna be able to do about it, you know? I just don't feel like I know what I'm doing right now. Maybe I'll find a different image and like merge them. It'll be my first time really doing so. Like I know I've kind of winged things before. But you know, it'll be our first time like really sending it and like creativity maxing, if you will. I don't like this. I don't know. I feel like I wanted an elegant and like flowing look, but my hair just keeps turning out very like early thousands anime where it's quite almost spiky, I guess. And I want it to be like flowing and clean, and I'm just not pulling it off. That's on me, obviously, but you know. God damn it. I'm not even holding it, man. Bruh. I don't know, maybe I'm just gonna like fall in love with what I'm doing right now. Probably not, but we could. Like once we zoom out, maybe we'll have a change of heart, but I'm really just not feeling this right now. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not it. Zoom out a sec. Jesus Christ, I hate it. That actually might be my least favorite thing I've ever done. That's crazy. It's actually like the worst thing I think I've ever even come close to producing. This is god awful. So the head just feels fucking tiny like this. So she's missing the back of her head. I don't know how to make this better. I feel like it needs to come up more and be smaller at the same time. I think my biggest problem is I've been avoiding drawing off the page, if you will, and I needed to just go for it. I think that's a huge issue. Right? I needed to like just acknowledge the fact that it's there, and in ignoring it, I've ultimately created like this really weird flatness here that I don't know how to adjust. So if I get rid of that, uh very fucking weird looking. I'm gonna get rid of this and we'll just hopefully fucking deal with it later. Yeah, the like proportions are just so fucking bad. I don't know what to do. Like I get that this is the way a lot of anime looks, but I don't know, it's like I guess I just didn't really want to 100% copy like anime. I wanted to try and do my own thing, but like I'm not there, you know? Feel like this doesn't work. I think maybe it should be the other way around. And this should be like smaller. Let's get rid of the back lines for now. I think they're just making it worse because they just aren't placed very well either. Bro, that ain't it. Gotta clean this up. It's weird. I feel like the chin is both too big and too small. That's what happens when you're not good at drawing and you try to draw. Draw, cowboy. Did I lose internet connection? We good? Or is this not working? Okay, I think we're good adjacent. All right, maybe just undo the entire. Hold on, let's just make this faster. Undo the entirety of this. And send it on something. Nope. Bro, what the fuck am I hearing? It sounds like a fucking helicopter's landing right here. I'm getting that weird, I'm gonna call it Ochako head from, is that her name? From My Hero? I swear to God, every time I've ever seen her drawn, even from the original artist, I swear she's got like a really flat top of her head for some reason. And I don't know why. There is a solution here that I've been avoiding, and that's that we shrink the entire image. I've been avoiding it because I feel like we already have so many proportion problems. If I shrink it, it's just going to be even worse. I guess we just end it on this then. This is less of a line art and more of a also a fucking sketch at this point. It's interesting that just that kind of makes it feel a lot better there. It doesn't feel like phenomenal or anything, but it definitely feels a lot better. I know part of this arm, like mentally, I know part of this arm has been getting cut off by like the body here, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel right still. So I'm gonna try and like work this out. Bruh. Okay. Fuck you. God damn it. Why did that one work? I swear to God, my neighbors are running like a fucking puppy mill at this point. Either that or their fucking old kids are barking. Not out of the realm of possibility. How do I not, or how do I make the arm look like not wobbly here? I have some ideas. I just don't know how to do them, you know? Nah. Let's get rid of all of that. All right. Let's get rid of that. Bruh, what the fuck am I doing? Looks like a fucking, like, what is that called? Art Deco couch or something. I think this comes back to me wanting like more realistic feeling proportions, but like drawing in an anime style. So therefore, I'm just like not going to be able to reconcile the differences, particularly because I just don't have the skill to. So it's just always going to look weird because like it just looks weird. Even if I were good, which I'm not, you know, we're probably not going to be able to reconcile this difference. It's like I feel like I need a level of definition on this arm that isn't there in the original, so I don't know how to do it. But like, do you know what I mean? I feel like it's getting too wide now because I just don't know what I'm doing. This also comes back to I don't have any shading down or anything, so it's just kind of looking like fucking a giant flat space. There's not really gonna be any way to reconcile that until I start shading it in, but like I don't want to start doing that until I feel like I've got a better shape. But like I'm not gonna get a better shape until I start doing that. So what the hell do I do? Oh my god. I don't like how pointy some of this has gotten. I don't like these lips all of a sudden. I don't know, it's weird. I felt like they were working for us before, but now they just aren't. They're fired. Now I feel like it's too big of a fucking gap here. I know we have to have like the thing here, roughly. And that's gonna help. Alright. Let's try and work on this some more. I need to find like the perfect balance between it being too puffy, not puffy enough, right? Too flat. Like I gotta solve this. I gotta do it fast. Bro, what the fuck am I doing? I don't think we're cooking with this. I feel like I like individual parts of this. I don't feel like it's working. Nope. I don't know how to explain it. I think maybe the best way to say it is so far what I've learned isn't capable of doing this style. And what I've learned isn't very much either, so maybe. Are we on to something with that? Draw attention away from how fucking ass it is up here. Bro, what am I doing? Somebody fucking stop me. Somebody take this pen away from me, please. That's all I'm asking for. Please, please, please. We'll do the eyebrow. Oh my god, wait, did I ever draw eyebrows on anything else I've said I'd do the eyebrow later on? I think my only hope is to send it on this. And what we'll have to do is really darken here so it has like a full-on contact shadow to really hopefully sell the fact. Oh man, but we're doing it in black. We'll have to do it in like a very, very dark gray, I guess. A light black? Is it dark gray or light black? Huh. All right. Let's look at this for a sec. I'm probably not gonna work on this. I don't know anymore today, tonight. I don't this morning. I feel like what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get off in a little bit. What I'm gonna do is maybe look up how to do this part so that I stop feeling like this bitch got the bad scoliosis and that thing's going like that. You know what I mean? We got to get the bad bitch pose down. So I'm thinking though, from what I can see, I need to round in this shoulder. So like maybe like that while not messing up too much of this curve. And we're going to have to sell the folds of the skin. You know what I mean? Like I mean, this is obviously a very slim and petite character we're drawing. So it's like not, I guess, full. I mean, everybody's got skin folds. But like, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna have to sell this by really making this a lot darker, right? So darker here than lighter, darker. We're gonna have to really sell the flow and the movement of the image. So we're probably, I think what I'm probably gonna do is look at poses So I'm going to look at how some people are posed up. We're going to try and sell this with like really heavy contact shadow so it doesn't look like the arm is just shrinking for some reason. Um, I don't know, maybe if I like pull that out like that. See, now it just feels like it doesn't make any sense, right? I don't know. It's gonna have to be like a huge thing where I change it with shading. I think that's it. Shading is gonna have to do a heavy lifting here, so maybe I'll look into better shading strats. I feel like I'm not particularly happy with the shape of the head, but I feel like that's gonna be the easier part. I don't know, maybe what I can do is like split this off and pull this forward so that it's like a little wider at the top or something. Man, I don't know. Maybe we just scrap it and go, tomorrow we just start from the beginning. It's really, I know this is the best way for me to learn. I know this sounds crazy, but this is probably like the worst way to learn. Where I feel like I need to do something to learn how to do it. And even if that means messing it up, I will know next time that what I did didn't work, and so now I have to go back and do it. Right? I have to do the thing myself. I can't just necessarily be told and have it work for me. Like I have to, someone saying something does help, but if I don't do it myself, I'm just not gonna give a shit, right? It's not gonna work for me. So I need to like do this to know how to do this. And it's like hard, but like the necessary thing to, I know this is someone's work in progress. So that's why there's like random cuts in the hair because they were doing what I was just talking about doing, I assume. Um, but like I need a finished product so that I can like reverse engineer it. I don't know how else to explain it. Like I need to look at this to know where we're going right now. Like I need the bigger picture so that I can draw the picture. Cuz otherwise I just don't know where I'm going. Like okay, I can probably like just make up a random anime character at this point. Will they be great? No, it'll probably be head on, right? And it's just going to be standard, like headshot. And it's going to be fine. Like I can probably do that and it just be some random ass character that nobody's ever seen before because it just popped into my head. But it'll be based off of everything I've ever seen. But it certainly wouldn't have been this pose. Is this pose particularly realistic? Probably not, but you know, we're trying. I think there's something to be learned about the lack of realism. Is this finished? From them, like I said, it says WIP. That means work in progress. So no, there's a lot here that could be wrong. That probably is wrong. It maybe doesn't make sense. But we're also trying to wing our own shit. All right. So I think my plan is we'll see how this goes. We'll try and like extend the head. Um, maybe like pull it forward this way just a bit and maybe like that up or something. I don't know. I feel like we need something here and like here. For this, we're gonna probably cut this in and like out a little bit. Maybe shrink this shoulder a bit and like angle it more. I don't know. Like make it feel more like the shoulder's doing this rather than doing that. Oh god. Oh, I tried to reach over it, but I should have just reached under. Um, I don't know. We're gonna have to sell the contact shadows here and here. Maybe if I did that? No, but that makes that too small. Maybe I need to make the arm smaller after all. And do something like that. So that it really sells that the back is in front. So maybe something like that, and then like lighter here, way darker here, to like really sell the flow of where the body is. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Why am I doing this? Does anyone know? What do I call this? We're gonna save it, but I don't know what to call it. Is she her? We're just gonna call it the lady because she's the lady. We're not doing her justice. I don't know. Like, I feel like the concept is here. This just isn't visually appealing to me. Oh, wow. Just in time. I'm literally getting close to leaving. Oh, sorry about that timing. How you doing? How you been? Whose emote is this? Yenko Lickies. Who's Yenko? Why can I not look at this? Yenko. Yenko. I can't say it. Oh well, it gone. Anyway, yeah, I feel like I gotta cut this, pull it forward, bring the head, like bring the forehead out a little bit, bring that up, shave this, maybe widen the body overall. That might eat your art and bit. Oh my god, not the art. Maybe widen here would help. Uh, let's try that right now. Actually, maybe that would really help. I have been bid adieu. And then maybe something like that. That actually did kind of help. Not a whole hell of a lot. I think what's going to help more than anything is shading. Really am going to need a lot of shading. My boy Shading. She mostly just looks depressed. She like me for real. Damn. Suck on. Oh no. Not Sugandis. Alright. I guess we'll save this for now. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off before I fuck this up more. Hopefully tomorrow I can get my shit together and start to cook. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being here. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you. You know how these things go. If only I knew how to cook. But I got to get out of the kitchen because I don't. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. But until then, enjoy me not getting hand motion captured because I'm wearing a glove. Also, bye.